بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد إخوتي في الله فاعلموا أن خير الكلام كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة كل ضلالة في النار. I will try my best بإذنه سبحانه وتعالى to make this lecture concise and to the point. For the past 3 days we have been talking about the power of one. The power of one. And every speaker who came and the brothers who were introducing the topics and the opening statement, all of them gave you tips and steps to follow to be that effective individual. So what I would do, I will give you a very quick introduction to this, and then I'll give you a few steps bi-idnihi subhanahu wa ta'ala also, and we will conclude the night. When we say the power of one, we are talking about you, not your neighbor to your right or to your left. I will talk about you. You and only you, and don't divert. Don't say this is for my neighbor. I don't do this. I am talking to you. And remember, my ears are closer to my mouth than your ears are to my mouth. So I would hear this nasiha and I take this bi-idnillah before any one of you. The point is, you as an individual, as a person, can make a great change, can have a huge impact on the people who are around you. Whether these people are your close relative, immediate family, or they are people that are outside of your family and member of your community. Look at Musa alayhi salatu wassalam. Look at Musa alayhi salam. In Surah Taha, Allah asks question. قال وما أعجلك عن قومك يا موسى قال هم أولئك على أثري وعجلت إليك ربي لترضى. يعني Allah said, Ya Musa, why did you leave your people? Allah ordered Musa alayhi salatu wassalam to bring Bani Israel, 70,000 of them, to bring them to Tur Sinai, or to Al-Jabal that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to talk to Musa. So Musa couldn't wait. So he left his people and he got there early. So and said to Harun, أخلفني في أهلي. Take care of my family and the people. في قومي. So Allah يقول وما أعجلك يا موسى. Why did you leave them? He said, Ya Allah, they're right behind me, they're coming. But I couldn't wait. And when Allah inspired Musa with the rules of the Sharia, He gave to Bani Israel. And Bani Israel, they refused the rules. لذلك الله يقول يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تكونوا كالذين آذوا موسى. Another ayah يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى in the case of بني إسرائيل قالوا يا موسى اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنها هنا قاعد. اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنها هنا قاعد. يعني Allah, when He gave them the order, they reject. What did Musa say? قال ربي لا أملك إلا نفسي وأخي. And this is the power of one. He said, Ya Allah, I am not responsible and I cannot be responsible. I have no authority over anyone except myself and my brother. But Musa alayhi salatu wassalam was the messenger of Allah. And when Allah said, Ya Musa, continue with the mission, He changed Bani Israel. So you do not belittle yourself. Don't say, what can I do? I don't have the Islamic education that is needed. I'm not an alim. I don't know what to do with these kids or these family members. Nah, do what you can. And this is what we want to do. Now, how to do it, and by the way, this power of one, it could be for evil and it could be for khair. It could be, look, Abu Jahl was the reason that the Quraysh were defeated in the battle of Badr. And 70 of them were killed because of Abu Jahl. Because he used that power, the inner power that he had, to influence the Quraysh. Said, La, we're not going. So they did not go, so they lost 70 of them. So you do have that power for khair and for shar. So use it for khair. Now what to do? Number one, you have to understand what to do. You change yourself because all the other lectures and the ulama, the shuyukh, they gave you how to change yourself. Now we want you to change the others. Number one, keep in mind that you're dealing with people. And the most difficult being to deal with are people. They're the worst. You know, I'm included too. You know, we are the worst. You know, you can never manage them. And Rasulullah in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim, he said, listen, Bani Adam were created from this earth. And that's why they came with a different attitude. See, the earth is not all the same. There's a land that is fertilized. There's a land that is barren. There's a land that is hard and harsh. There's a rocky land. There's a sand land. And human beings are like this. لذلك يقول صلى الله عليه وسلم فجاء منهم الأحمر والأبيض. Because of how they were created, their color skin, some of them are white, some of them are red, some of them are black, and some of them in between. And then he said, وَالسَّهْلُ وَالْحَزْنُ. This person that is easy to deal with. Right? You know, some person that is so easy, mashallah. You say, Yakhi, come, he comes. Sit down, he sits down. Let us go, he goes. You know. And this is a mu'min. This is the attitude of a mu'min. And others are so arrogant. You say, sit down, say, no, I want to stand up. Okay, stand up, no, I want to sit down. Okay, drink this, no, I want to eat. Eat, I don't want to drink. A lot of people are like this. So what you need to understand is, first of all, I have to understand these people are not all the same. There is no blueprint that will work for everyone. So every case, even your children. How many of you have children? Raise your hands. How many of you have children? Brothers, not too many single sisters here this side. How many of you have children, brothers? See, with your children, you see this person, this kid was unique. This kid is always happy. This kid is always crying. You just want to take him to the zoo and leave him there. You know, there's always, this different personality with the children themselves. So what do? You learn. Likewise with people. So you have to understand that first. When you finish at this one, if the person that you're dealing with, if the person is an adult, avoid one thing. Avoid I. I know. The word I is the most used letter or, in the whole world. So avoid that. Don't say, I know, I did, or I said, I think. Avoid I. Avoid. But use a different term that includes that person that you're talking to. The third thing that you should do is concentrate on the positive aspect of that individual and avoid negativity. Avoid being negative. Now, for example, the case of husband and wife. Every time that you see a husband say, man, she's nags and nags and nags. And every time you ask a wife, what is wrong with your husband? He never listens. He never listens. It's difficult to communicate. So my suggestion to the brother is, you have to listen to your wife. Right, sisters? You have to listen to them. And even when you're not listening, pretend that you're listening. Just pretend. It won't kill you. You know, just pretend. I personally used to be good at it. I was the master of that. Really? And wallahi, now my wife can figure that out in less than 5 seconds. That's bad. Now, all you need to do is, number one, concentrate on the positive things. You come home, what is the first thing that you expect, brothers? What is it? Food! Huh? You're talking like you don't know what you want, you know. Food! And sisters, I'll tell you a secret, don't share with the brothers. If you really want to deal with your husband, just feed him. Feed him, you know. And then you can ask anything you want, do anything you want. First, let him eat. So if you come home and the food is not ready, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, you don't say, hey, this month, this is the 3rd time that you don't cook this month. What do you think? I work in Timor, what do you call a Pizza Hut? You know, you gotta cook. La. In this case, you start cooking. She will feel bad. She will feel bad. And she will say, oh my God, you know, he came from work and he's hungry, he's cooking for himself. No, honey, I'll do it. You know, I'll do it. This is very important. Now, your husband is not listening. You know, that's a problem. Wallahi, brothers, this is, by the way, and the other issue that the sisters complain always about their husbands is they're not emotional. They don't cry, right? Men don't cry. Me crying in front of my wife? What are you talking about? You know. The best thing that you do is, you know, be sympathetic with your wife. You know, when she's sad, pretend that you're sad too. If you're not sad, just pretend. You know, say, oh my God, you know, oh, I lost my appetite. Come on, honey, let me take you, lie down on your bed and run to the kitchen and eat fast and then go. You know, let's go. And then she will feel, oh my God, he didn't eat anything. The other thing that husbands need to know is always and always, you wrong and they right. Period. You wrong and they right. Number one, you can never win argument with a wife. Put that aside, you know. If, you know, all this, you know, Arab, you know, politicians, all this, instead of talking to American and Israel, they should send our sisters. They can win any debate, no doubt. They can win any debate. So do what a brother do. He said, every time I make a mistake, he said, I cry. I said, you cry? He said, yes. I said, wow. He said, but I don't really cry. I said, what did you do? He said, I discovered a method. He said, one day my wife was mad and I was mad and then we were talking, she's talking and I'm just... So I came and I started making food for myself and then I was cutting onion and it happened By the time I turned, there was 2 drops of tears coming from my eyes. And she melted. I said, oh my God, I'm sorry, honey. But he said, from that day, every time in trouble, start cutting onions. Just cut onions. Hey, there's no problem. If onion would save you, cut onion day and night. Just do this. So this is important, ya ikhwati fillah, for anyone. And this is when you're dealing with your husband or with your wife. The other thing is, when you're dealing with the person that you want to change, humble yourself. يعني عرب في عندنا مقولة يقولون سيد القوم خادم. Say the chief or the master of the people is their servant. So when you humble yourself down and you make yourself a simple person and all this, yes, this is what allows the person to feel comfortable with you. And Ahmad bin Hanbal يقول عبد الله Harun bin Abdullah, one of the students of Ahmad bin Hanbal, he said, I have never seen someone as humble as Ahmad bin Hanbal. Keep in mind, Ahmad bin Hanbal is the Imam of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Imam Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. He said, one day he came to me, he knocked on my door on a very unusual time, and he said, after I opened the door, شغلت قلبي. He said, you bother, I was concerned about you. My heart was concerned about you. He said, why? He said, because I saw you teaching people. You were sitting under the shade and the people were sitting under the sun. He said, don't do that. If you keep doing this, how do you know? Maybe Allah on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah will put you under the sun so you can feel how the people felt. But look at the humbleness of Ahmad bin Hanbal. He humbled himself. And that student said, from that day I have never, ever sat under the shade while the students were sitting under the sun. He felt, yes, Ahmad bin Hanbal radiyallahu anhu was right, and he took his nasiha because of that. The other thing, one of the last or few points, talk by listening, which means listen to the problems and the issue of the other person instead of talking all the time. The other nasiha that I would give is, give him the gift of all gifts. And what is that? Smile. Just a smile. Yani subhanAllah, some people when you see them, it's like, I didn't kill your father, I didn't do anything wrong to you. Why are you frowning? La. وَتَبَسُّمُكَ فِي وَجْهِ أَخِيكَ الصَّدَقَةِ. Yani smiling in the face of your Muslim brother is a sadaqah. So imagine, all the brothers that say, we had 900 people today, so we have 550 brothers, and you smile at them, and you get 550 hasanat, or sadaqat. For some of us, that's a lot more than what we paid for today for the pledge. It's a lot more. So, ibtasim. And when you smile, you know what you're literally saying to me? You telling me that you like me. But don't smile at the sisters. And when a sister smiles, they just, oh, she likes me too. Where's your father? No. What we're saying is smiling in general is a sadaqah. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam قال وَتَبَسُّمُ. And when you smile in the face of your Muslim brother, it's a sadaqah. To me, that is the best gift ever. Best gift. And who gives the best smiles? Children. Little kids. You're sad or you're mad, and that little beautiful face looks at you and he smiles. Wow. Everything changed. Because the power of a smile. And you have that, and everybody does. That's what the ulama used to say, as-sihr al-halal. This is the halal magic. Smile is the halal magic. Because when you smile at someone, everything changes. Even if I want to fight you, and you're smiling, I will have to smile. Say, yeah, you're bothering me. Look, frown a little bit so I can fight with you. But smile is the best thing to do, ya ikhwati fillah. The other point, ya ikhwati fillah, is be compassionate. Be sympathetic with people. Listen to their problem. And the last one, ya ikhwati fillah, give gift to each other. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, tahadu tahabu. Tahadu tahabu. Exchange gifts and you will love one another. And you can change that person that you give a gift. But don't be cheap with your gift. Don't buy, something, gum or something like this. And the best person that you really deserves your gift, brothers, is your wives. Tonight when you leave here, if the mall is open, go and buy a diamond ring for your wife. Diamond rings. Not too many, just one diamond ring will do the job. Now, and look how the way she's going to treat you for the coming 5 days. She will treat you well. Wallahi, I'm not serious, I'm not joking. Buy gifts. And by the way, sisters, you also need to buy gifts for your husband. Right? Yeah, you have to buy a gift. Wouldn't you like that, brothers? Yeah, I want a gift too. Something that a lot of brothers come and complain about it is the sisters, they're very tricky. Very tricky. And she comes and she says, honey, I bought you a gift. And the brothers are, wow, a gift. Now, in your little mind, your big mind, sorry, in your big brain, our brain, we're thinking about a gift. Did she buy me a car? If it's not a car, a monkey suit? No, it's not a monkey suit. Monkey suit is like tie on, And then she comes out of the room wearing something, and she says, what do you think? And the brothers, sisters, and the brothers is like, in his mind, it's like empty head. It's like, in his, that's a little bit tight on me. I can't wear that. So, when you buy a gift, don't buy it for yourself. In her, for their defense, they think that, okay, I'm buying a gift so I can look good for him. Right? But you are disappointed because you want your gift. And the worst gift is someone say, I give you a gift that I'm wearing it. It doesn't make any sense. But sisters, buy your husband's gift. A decent gift. Look what he, think of what he likes. What does your husband like? So buy that. You can, not a diamond ring for exchange, but buy them something that they like. And when by the way, sisters, this is what they say in the psychology. Sisters, they like to hear sweet things. Men, they like to see sweet things. Two difference. Wallahi, that's how they say. If a woman says to her husband, I love you, big deal. Big deal. To men, big deal. Well, you better love me. I'm marrying you. I'm married to you. You better love, otherwise, But for women, when the husband says to his wife, I love you, oh my God, that goes straight to the heart. Right to the bottom of her heart. So women, they like to hear, man like to see. If you love me, according to the man's mind, if you love me, take care of the children, clean the house, clean clothes, this delicious food, this is what I want to see. That's the way you show that you love me. For women, like, gift, tell me, call me, leave me love notes and all this, So, my time is up, my time is done. And the Shaykh here, Jazakumullah khair. So, inshallah, don't forget that point, which is tahado, or exchange gifts, and inshallah you can change the person that you want to change through that, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. And again, one more time, I am really impressed and pleased and happy and proud of you as a community of Calgary, and inshallah may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you Jannah. Jazakumullah khair.